So what if you could actually engineer unstoppable momentum, starting the very second your alarm goes off? Today, we're diving into a daily system designed to do just that. This isn't about waiting around to find motivation. It's about manufacturing it, action by action.
And that's the big question, right? How do you go from a complete standstill to full speed, especially when your mind and body are just screaming no? Well, the answer is surprisingly simple, and it starts by flipping a common belief completely on its head. And this right here is the fundamental principle. We're always told to wait until we feel motivated to do something. This system says that's totally backward. Action isn't the result of motivation, it's the cause of it. You've got to be the one to light the match if you want to feel the warmth.
So how do we actually put this into practice? Well, it all kicks off in the first 45 minutes of your day. And listen, this isn't just a routine. You should think of it as an ignition sequence, specifically designed to create a chain reaction of small, deliberate wins.
Now, what's so cool about this is the psychological precision behind it. Making your bed perfectly, that's not about being tidy. It's about completing your first task of the day. It's an immediate win that proves you're in control. Hydrating literally wakes up your brain. And that cold shower, it's a deliberate shock to the system that forces you to be alert. The manifesto isn't a to-do list. It's you declaring your intention for the day ahead.
And right after you set that intention, you ignite your body with this power pulse. This is just pure physiology in action. You're flooding your system with oxygen and endorphins. And that final step, to smile, it's a fantastic little neurological hack. You're actively telling your brain, hey, we feel good, we've got energy, creating the feeling before it even has a chance to happen on its own.
And all of this leads to a really crucial realization. You are not a passive recipient of energy. You are the generator. This morning routine is the proof. By deliberately activating your body, you are directly fueling your mind's ability to focus and to drive forward.
Okay, so with that initial fire lit, it's time to forge it into something a little more durable. This next phase is all about physical endurance, but really, the main target here is your mind. We're training the muscle of commitment.
You know, the specific exercises here are way less important than the mindset behind them. Just notice the goals. Increase from yesterday, to fatigue. See, it's not about hitting some perfect number. It's about the daily act of showing up and pushing your own personal edge, just a little. That consistency is what forges both physical strength and mental toughness.
And then comes the real mental test, the controlled burn. Right at that moment of maximum physical discomfort, when your muscles are on fire, you close your eyes. Why would you do that? Because it forces a huge internal shift. You stop focusing on the external pain and start focusing on your internal state of control, your breath, your form, your resolve.
This becomes your mantra. You are actively reframing that burning sensation in your muscles. It's not a signal to stop. It's direct, tangible evidence that you are getting stronger. You are literally feeling yourself grow in that moment.
And that right there is the ultimate purpose of this whole physical block. Every single time you push through that burning feeling, you are rewriting your mental code. You are teaching your mind what resilience feels like, proving that its perceived limits are just suggestions, not stop signs.
So at this point, you've generated a peak state of physical energy and mental toughness. The next step is to immediately channel that power into focused, meaningful work. This is where all that momentum becomes truly productive.
The strategy here is brilliantly simple, and it's designed to just shatter procrastination. Don't try to conquer a whole mountain. Just identify the one single task that matters most. Then break it into smaller, concrete pieces. This transforms a scary goal into a series of achievable wins, and each one builds on the last. The focused sprints make sure you're delivering high-quality effort, not just sitting there for hours.
And here's where the magic really happens. Just when you feel that relief of being done, when you've finished your sprints, you push for just 10 more minutes. This is the 1% extra rule. And it's in this small additional push that you really separate yourself. This is the space where good becomes great.
This tiny little habit reveals the true nature of momentum. It's not born from these rare, heroic efforts. No, it's forged in the quiet discipline of doing just a little bit more day in and day out. That extra 10 minutes is where you compound your efforts into real mastery over time.
Look, generating a peak of energy is one thing. Sustaining it and actually learning from it, that's a whole other ballgame. The final part of the day is all about grounding yourself, locking in your progress, and getting ready for tomorrow. Okay, this midday challenge is a really practical little experiment. You take a quick mental snapshot of your state right now, your energy, your posture, your mood. Then, you consciously change your physiology. Sit up straighter, breathe deeper, force a smile, and in just 2 minutes, you get direct, undeniable proof that you have control over your internal state.
All right, as the day winds down, the focus shifts to integrating what you've learned. These questions are absolutely crucial. The first one makes you acknowledge your wins, which builds confidence. The second helps you learn from friction instead of getting discouraged by it. And the last one? It reconnects you to your purpose and what truly lights you up.
And now for the final, and maybe the most uncomfortable challenge of the day, the mirror test. This is going to feel awkward, and honestly, that's the entire point. You're deliberately training yourself to face your own gaze with conviction and strength, building genuine confidence through repeated, intentional action.
And this is the powerful reason behind that discomfort. The goal is to build an unshakable inner foundation. When you can consistently look yourself in the eye and affirm your own strength, external challenges just lose their power to rattle you.
So, as we wrap things up, let's just boil this entire system down to its core ideas. It's a daily practice of generating your own motivation through action. It's about reframing discomfort as a tool for growth. It's about building unstoppable momentum from a series of tiny wins, and, maybe most importantly, ending your day stronger and more energized than when you began.
And it all comes together in this final, powerful affirmation. This isn't just a hopeful wish, it becomes a statement of fact that you've earned through your actions all day long. So the only question left is, what fire could you unleash if you started building your momentum one deliberate action at a time?